What's good, y'all? It's Lucky Luch here. Welcome back to my room and my YouTube channel. Since it's fall, we gotta talk about boots and shoes by one of my favorite footwear brands, Solovair. So, English shoemaking can go back as far as the 13th century. This is due to the materials being locally sourced, particularly in the area of Northamptonshire. But it wasn't until the late 1800s a small group of shoemakers, the MPS, got a government contract to create footwear for their military. With expanding opportunities and an expanding factory, the MPS created its sister company, Solovair, and also collaborated with the top dogs at Doc Martin to produce their shoes. And though eventually Doc Martin and Solovair would split in the late 1990s, MPS/Solovair still exist in England today, producing shoes and boots out of their same factory. So I own a few pairs of Solovairs. I love them so much for a multitude of reasons. One, they're comfortable, though they do have a short break-in period, but it wasn't like a crazy painful one. Two, is a shank that stabilizes the back of your foot over time. Though in higher grade footwear, mostly boots, you might find a metal shank. These have a wooden shank. So, these go somewhere in like the middle tier, I guess. Number three, they're resolable. So if you go on Solovair's website and you find the last shape, this is kind of like the chassis of whatever footwear you have. You can buy the sole, therefore you can go to like a shoemaker, a shoe cobbler, and get them repaired because over time, you're going to wear the soles out of your shoes. Number four, the sizing. So Solovair does a good job of describing what the shoe is like. If they're long, if they're narrow, if they're wide, and they kind of have like a size chart on every single boot of what you should get. And from my experience, it's been very accurate. And if you ever need help with something, their customer service is pretty reachable. I've exchanged emails with them a few times, just over like little things here and there. Nothing bad, nothing to complain about. So that's a brief history and some pros of why I like Solovair so much. Let's get into the footwear. So I want to start with the dealer boots. I have these in the black high shine, so it's just the high shine leather. These are the first boots that I got from Solovair, which started me on this whole, I guess, rabbit hole or addiction, fanboyism, whatever y'all want to call it, okay? I think every just good fashionable person needs a solid pair of Chelsea boots in their collection. I've had these boots for about 2 years and I love them. At one point it was like I had hoop shoes, which were also my workout shoe, like 2 pairs of like casual and dress shoes, and then these, because I was living in LA, your boy was down bad, and that was my shoe rotation. So I wore these almost every day and I love them so freaking much. Like if I were to start over collecting shoes and boots, this would definitely have to be the initial like staple, the initial boot that I go with. And what I like about these as a Chelsea boot is that they're a good hybrid. They're not too skinny where they could only be dressy. They're not too thick and chunky where they could only be casual. They're a nice good tweener, which means in between. So there's a lot of fashion YouTubers that I absolutely love. One that I've really enjoyed recently is Jerwoo. And they had a video talking about like items that you paid a little bit more for that you really loved the investment on. And I commented like my Solovair dealer boots, like I paid more than $200 for these. This was my first time, I think, investing that much. I love the way these patina, right? Like the way they age, the way they crease. Just looks really good. I even kind of like the scratches on the leather. Solovair does have like a little cream. That's the same color as the shoes. You just take a microfiber cloth, you rub it in there, and you're back to normal. Also, final note on the dealer boots. I went down a half size. So I usually wear a size 10 in like Nike and Adidas. I sized half a size down and went to a 9.5 in the dealer boots. They fit great. The break-in period with these was fine. The only thing that took a little while to break in was the toe box. But that was it. I really have little to no complaints. Just go buy them. These things are like perfect. All right, so next up we have actually my newest pair. I got these in February of 2025. These are the Burgundy Rub-Off 11 Eye Astronaut Boots. Now, if you want to get more in depth about these, because I think they're super unique looking, definitely check out James Lung's video on this. He's one of my favorite YouTubers. I love watching him and Harry Haas. They both upload videos every Sunday. I don't know if they're like homies like that and they just plan it like that or not. Either way, shout out to them. They're awesome. But he styled them black on black with these long laces and kind of tied them around the boot. So I did the same thing, except my burgundy boots with white laces, and oh my god, I love the way these look so much. Like once I got these boots, I put the dealer boots away for a little bit because they were getting, wearing them a little too much. And I would wear these all the time. And once again, the way they age, the little creases that they get, how like the burgundy rub off like sometimes gets a little bit more black, as you clean it up, or it gets more burgundy. Like if you don't clean it up, they just look so freaking cool. If the dealer boot is like the entry level, the Honda Civic, the Toyota Corolla, like, guaranteed to look good, these are maybe like the souped up version of that, where it's like they might not be for everybody, but if you like these, you like them. If you don't, you don't. Like, I feel like there's no in between about it. I went down a half size, so I got these in a 9.5, and sneakers and everything, I wear a men's 10. These last shoes I've had for a year, and these are the black high shine penny loafer. Now, the jury is still out on those, and I understand I'm going from like really hyping up the astronaut boots and the dealer boots to like a little, lowering it down a little bit, but I do want to give you guys my honest opinion on everything. And where I have trouble overall is styling these, and so they're stuck, right? Because they're not really chunky to where they're too casual or can be casual, and they're not so slim where they could only be dressy. And this is the only place where I don't really love them as a hybrid. Like, I can't wear these with shorts. I tried styling with them with shorts. I think they look a little awkward. If I wear them with trousers or jeans, perfect. Are you going to wear these with cargos? Probably not. Like joggers and stuff? Absolutely not. And I also kind of struggled with the fit. I went a half a size down, and I noticed that the front of my foot, there would be like a significant like pressure to like the point where it'd get very uncomfortable. So then I went a whole size down to a 9, and I noticed it still is a tight fit, but the overall fit was way better. I've been wearing these like sparingly here and there, just because I don't wear them that often. So I feel like I'm also still essentially getting used to them. Whereas the other boots, I would wear those like every single day for months at a time. So the jury's still out on the penny loafers. I think it's like kind of similar to like my integrated watch journey, where I am still just trying to find the version of those that fits me the best. I know I made this video wanting to talk about the shoes and the boots, but I've purchased the coasters and some of the leather goods, a wallet, a keychain and stuff, and all their little like accessories and things are just like good quality, well made. And whenever I see videos talking about shoes and boots, it's always Doc Martin, G8's Bass, or like some luxury brand I can't afford. And I never hear anybody say Solovair. And I'm like, this is a heritage brand that's made in England, stayed in England, like stayed true to themselves. From what I know, they didn't sell out. And I'm like, why does nobody ever mention this? And y'all are paying like $500 for some camion boots. And if you get nothing from this video, check out the dealer boots. Check out the dealer boots. That boot is like damn near perfect. I'm rambling. I heard they might get some merch soon, so you might see me with a Solovair hoodie. I'm gonna reach out to Solovair after this video and be like, hey, I made a video about your brand because I love it so dang much. Yo, people talk about heritage brands. Most of them are sellouts. They're not. And that's all I have to say today. This is not a sponsored video. I really love Solovair, man. What can I say? Thank you all for being here. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Whatever you do could help out the channel. To help out the channel would be great. I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.